20. Persimmon. Speaking of unusual exotic fruits that look like tomatoes, say hi to persimmon. Persimmon is even more similar to tomato on the outside than the tamarillo, but its taste and its flesh are very different. The persimmon fruit has firm flesh and a sweet flavor that is surprisingly similar to dates. 19. Black Sapote. Technically, black sapote belongs to the persimmon family and also looks like a tomato but has a different taste. This is probably the closest natural flavor of chocolate pudding you can get in a fruit. However, if you're planning to try it, make sure the fruit is ripe. Unripe fruits taste bitter but are also astringent and can irritate your stomach. In some parts of the world, it's even used as a fish poison. 18. Physalis Cape gooseberry. Since we're talking about tomatoes, we should also mention another exotic fruit that's closely related to it. Physalis, also known as Cape gooseberry, is a tiny orange berry that has the shape of a tomatillo with a sweet taste. 17. Tamarind. Even though tamarind looks like a giant peanut, the two have nothing else in common. Tamarind is a sweet and sour fruit that originates from Africa, and its sweet pulp is used in cuisines in different parts of the world. The only edible part of the plant is the fibrous pulp that covers the seeds. 16. Long mulberry. Mulberries might not be as exotic as some other fruits on this list, and it actually grows in many temperate regions around the world. However, it's blatantly unpopular for some reason despite its sweet-sour, refreshing flavor. Immature fruits are white in color, but turn dark red or even black, depending on the variety. 15. Jocote, Ciruella. Ciruella or Jocote is one of those exotic fruits that cause a lot of confusion because of its name. Ciruella directly translates to plum, but Ciruella actually looks like a miniature apple but belongs in the cashew fruit family. As for its taste, this fruit has a taste that's a blend of mango and nectarine. 14. Plantain. Plantain is another unusual exotic fruit that looks like another fruit but tastes nothing like it. This fruit looks like a banana and it belongs to the banana family, but it's actually low in sugar. It can be eaten raw, but deep frying it is perhaps the best way to consume it. The most common way to prepare is to deep fry it. I know the idea of a deep fried fruit doesn't sound very appealing, but it's actually very tasty. 13. Jujube. Throughout its lifetime, the jujube fruit goes through two phases. While it's maturing, it looks like a mespalis, and once ripe, it starts to wrinkle like a date, and its flavor is like a combination of both. Its sweet and refreshing flavor made this fruit very popular, and even though it originates from China, it can be found around the world. 12. Barrel cactus. Did you know that there are cactus fruits that are edible and can even be found in the United States? Originating from the Mojave Desert of California, the barrel cactus is an example of this. As the flowers of the cactus move away, a small pineapple-shaped fruit appears. Its flavor is bitter and its texture is dry, no surprise there, which is probably the main reason why it's not more popular. Interesting fact, if left untouched, the fruit can last a full calendar year. How many other fruits can do that? 11. Sapodilla, naseberry. Sapodilla is one of those unusual exotic fruits that looks unedible on the outside but packs a powerful sugary punch on the inside. Its flavor is best described as a caramelized pear, which makes it one of the best natural desserts in the world that can be served without any additions or sweeteners. 10. Cupuacu. Originally found in Central and parts of South America, Cupuacu is one of the most popular tropical exotic fruits today, and once you taste it you'll know why that's the case. The fruit has a sweet taste reminisces a blend of chocolate and pineapple. Cupuacu is the national fruit of Brazil and is becoming increasingly popular in the tropical parts of Asia where it can grow in its natural habitat. Needless to say, people make some delicious juices and ice creams out of cupuacu, but this fruit recently found use in cosmetics too and is the main ingredient for a lot of cosmetic products, most notably body lotions. 9. Feljoa. Also known as pineapple guava or guavastine, Feljoa is a South American native fruit closely related to guava that's becoming more popular in different parts of the world. Feljoa tastes like a blend of pineapple and strawberry and is rich in vitamins B and C, as well as minerals, iron, and fiber. 8. Pandanus screw palm. Native to the Old World tropics, Pandanus is a genus that consists of more than 750 accepted species. These plants look very similar to palm trees on the surface, but they're actually very different and give birth to the sweet fruit known as pandanus or screw palm. However, if you want to try this plant, you have to go through some hassle. In order to get to the edible portion of the fruit, you have to remove the first key with something hard, ideally a hammer. But once you crack it, you'll be rewarded with the taste of one of the sweetest and tastiest exotic fruits from the Pacific. 7. Hala Fruit, Pandanus tectorius. Hala fruit is another exotic fruit that originates from Polynesia. It's basically a species of screw pine, and because of its unique shape, it's also known as the fruit that looks like an exploding planet. The fruit is relatively large, with a diameter of up to 20 cm and a length of up to 30 cm. It can be eaten raw or cooked in many different ways, making hala fruit one of the basic staple foods of Micronesia, especially on the atolls. 6. Red banana. The best way to describe red banana is as a mini banana with reddish-purple skin. A few more other things that make red banana different from the regular banana is its flavor that tastes like a blend of mango and raspberry, and the fact that it contains a lot more vitamin C, potassium, and beta-carotene than ordinary bananas. 5. Jabuticaba. On the surface, Jabuticaba looks like a purple grape, but its flesh is quite different. Inside, Jabuticaba has a white gelatinous flesh that tastes sweet and makes a great jam or even wine. The fruit grows on a tree but not at its branches. It actually grows in clusters on the bark, and during the peak season, you can see the bark completely covered with clusters of ripe fruits. A sight that looks kind of creepy, to be honest. 4. Mamey. It looks like a kiwi on the outside with flesh that looks like a crossbred of watermelon and pumpkin, and it certainly deserves a mention on this list of unusual exotic fruits. The flavor is similar to the one of the sweet potato, and the fruit is very popular in Mexico, Cuba, and Central America. It's used in a lot of local desserts, for making ice cream, and some tasty, refreshing smoothies. 3. Cucamelon, Melothria scabra. Cucamelon is definitely one of the cutest weird exotic fruits you'll ever come across. As its name suggests, this fruit combines two seemingly uncombinable fruits, watermelon and cucumber. On the outside, this fruit looks like a very, very tiny watermelon, and on the inside, it looks and tastes like a cucumber. 2. Fingerlime, Citrus australasica. Also known as caviar lime, on the inside, this native Australian fruit has hundreds of fruits that have a shape that's reminiscent of a fish egg, hence the nickname. On the outside, the fingerlime has a long, cylindrical shape and comes in two colors, green and pink. 1. Akebia. This Japanese fruit looks more like an alien cocoon than a fruit, but just like many other exotic fruits on this list, its appearance can be deceiving. The white, gooey fruit actually has a sweet taste that closely resembles raspberry and makes delicious desserts, but in Japanese cuisine, the fruit's skin is used for meat-stuffed dishes. That's all for today. Join us next time by subscribing and hitting the bell notification.